Ladies and gentlemen, would you please remain standing for the singing of O Canada?
And I'm going to talk to you a bit about life here at Pearson over the past few years. I remember when I received my acceptance letter to Pearson over 5 years ago. Our former principal, Mr. Bennett, who's also my neighbor, hand-delivered it to me. When I opened it, I started screaming and dancing around the room, which only confirmed that this was the place I belonged. These last 5 years have gone by so fast. It seems like just a few days ago, we were those low grade 4s blowing into a recorder, attempting to make music, and trying to get through the hallways without getting trampled by the big, scary old kids. Now we're the grade 8s. Pearson gave us an amazing place, where being yourself, no matter how unique or different that may be, is not only accepted, but encouraged. There's an amazing staff who's always there for you, and it's full of friends you can always rely on. It gave us a place to call home. Grade 5 started out memorable enough with our bus breaking down the first day of school, making us half an hour late. A teacher then met us outside and sorted us into our classes, the classes we would be in for the next 4 years, either winds or strings, or as I like to call them, the Montagues and the Capulets. We walked into a new classroom. The room was filled with faces. Some we knew and some we didn't. But either way, we were looking at the people who would become our family. Then there was grade 6. One of the highlights of that year was Camp Kawartha. This was a 3-day, 2-night trip to an outdoor camp 4 hours away. This was my first time to an overnight camp, and it was a great experience to have with friends. There were so many fun activities such as high ropes and the outdoor games. It was a fun time together. Next was grade 7. This was the one year we didn't put on a play, but we definitely learned a lot. It was a year filled with development. Development as friends, as ourselves, and as students. We learned so many new techniques in all of the different arts categories. It's one of the years we've benefited from the most. And now we're here, standing up in front of you as grade 8s. Where has the time gone? This was my favorite year at Pearson, and I know many of my friends share that feeling. We've made so many memories this year, so many great memories that I'm going to hold on to for such a long time. In the fall, we participated in Art Harvest, an annual dance performance for the grade 8s. Then, in January, we performed Romeo and Juliet. This was such a great experience for us to have as a class to put on the show. Everything from learning the blocking to the many long hours of set painting and building brought us closer together. On our ride home from Quebec City, our year-end trip, a group of us gathered at the back of the bus. We told stories, remembered memories, and made confessions. For an hour, we relived the past 5 years of our life that has slipped by so quickly. Several of us, myself included, cried, and if you weren't crying, you were hugging someone who was crying, because that's what we do for each other. This was the year our class became a family. All of these events this year brought us closer together, and we can always count on one another. That's what I'm going to miss most. I don't know where life is going to take us, but I know that wherever it does, we'll have Pearson to thank for something. It taught us determination, helped us learn the value of hard work, encouraged our creativity, and made us feel like we were a part of something. We all have this school to thank for one thing or another. and I feel so privileged that I had the opportunity to come here. So I would like to take this chance to say thank you. Thanks to all of you, family and friends, for supporting us. Thank you to the school itself for giving us an amazing place we could look forward to going each day. Thank you to the incredible staff. You guys taught us, helped us, guided us, and prepared us for this next chapter of our lives. And thank you to my classmates for being great friends that have become so much more. Thank you, and enjoy the evening.
Jeremy Rice. Hold your applause, please. Riley Carnegie. Charlotte Christians. Sarah Chan. Sarah Dijon. Sorry. JC Deering. Okay, Sarah Dijon. Camille D. Tomasis. Adriana DeLello. Megan Dawson. Piper Drenth. Lucille Goverde. Lucy Grant. Julia Gregory. Darby Harrison. Elias Jimenez.
Weena Liu. Susie Lugo. Avery Lupton. Aaron Makinson. Amanda McConnell. Michaela Crevitt. Jackson Rand. Lily Richards. Quinn Scriven. Lexi Tisden. Casey Sujita. Jet Wombwell. Anna Yang. Allison Zhang. Ladies and gentlemen, would you please rise for Lester B. Pearson School for the Arts class of 2016.
Though our instructions were not to include any individual teachers, how could I not? Our incredible memories at Pearson happened because the teachers gave us the guidance and freedom to create those memories. Our dance teachers, Miss Bailey, Miss Kapp, and presently Miss Brock, turned even the non-experienced into dancers. The unwavering commitment of Miss Landon and Mr. Cairns, who worked tirelessly, turning a bunch of mediocre voices into angelic sounds from above. How do you turn kids into artists? Miss DePace found a way. Her patience and artistic talent made every one of us here feel proud with their work. We can't forget about Mr. Sermon, who was also, sadly, leaving Pearson this year. While Mr. Van Pelt and Mr. Allison took the baton from Mr. Brown and Miss Case and continued to develop each and every one of us into instrumental geniuses, it all started in grade 4 with the amazing recorders. I'm not sure where we'd be without those recorder bugs and practice logs. Yes, Pearson is a school for the arts, but believe it or not, we actually did learn English, math, health, French, and science. Miss Bird, Miss Chestnut, Miss Sadiq, Miss Montanero, they all played a huge role in turning us into well-educated students who are, more or less, ready for high school. Who would think there were athletics at an art school? Well, there may not have been without Mr. De Silva, Mr. Malik, and Miss Brock. Also, an honorary mention goes up to Coach Deering and all the house of pains he made us do. Their dedication during practices made the Pearson Panthers a force to reckon with. Let's not forget about Mr. Morrow. Aside from him bringing our performances into the homes and offices of our parents so they never had to miss a moment, he also has impeccable taste in hockey teams. Go Habs, go. Of course, with so much happening on a daily basis, Pearson is lucky to have an organizational genius making sure the chaos is controlled. Thank you to Mrs. Allison for rising to that challenge every day. Lastly, this list would not be complete without a shout out to Mr. Bennett. We all believed he left shoes too big to fill, until Miss Baker came along. You embraced our individualism and trusted us to show you what Pearson is all about. Our sincere gratitude to all of you from the bottom of our hearts. Enough about teachers. This grad is about us students, our journey this far, and the path we choose to continue on. Our life at Pearson began in grade 4. Hard to believe we barely knew each other then, but slowly we could feel our Pearson family begin to take shape. From recorders to miming to our first of many sharing assemblies, we began to understand that with all the fun and freedom that was given to us, there was responsibility. We were a little worried about the winds and strings separation in grade 5, but it didn't take long to realize that in spite of the 2 different paths, we were still one grade and would always be there for each other. Before you knew it, we were in grade 6, Camp Kawartha year. 3 days and 2 nights having fun with your best friends. It was inevitable that we could become closer and more comfortable with each other. This bond continued to develop in grade 7. Although this was the only year we did not do a play, we got a chance to join the news team, Lego Robotics Club, and try some 3D printing. We also got to go to Ripley's Aquarium and Canada's Wonderland. Only at Pearson do you get opportunities like these. And that brings us to grade 8, probably the best year in most of our lives. A year we couldn't wait to begin, and sadly, a year that has gone by much too quickly. Whether it was a moment in soccer, volleyball, a buzzer beater in basketball, wrestling, track and field, cross country, or other special moments at Pearson, like Romeo and Juliet, Silence, and Art Harvest, we all have memories, and that will be ours forever. Probably our biggest grade 8 memory was our trip to Quebec. Even with the 50 flights of stairs we had to go up and down, it was truly an amazing and unforgettable experience. My years at Pearson have taught me so much about myself. As I look around and see my grade 8 family, I would have never imagined back in grade 4 that it was even possible to become as close as we are. We have embraced each other's differences, strengths, and weaknesses. While I am so sad of the thought of us leaving our home and entering high school, I'm comforted by the fact that we are all ready and we are all going to be okay. During this journey, some of us will get taller, I hope. Some of us will stay together. Some of us will venture off in new directions. But we will always remember our time at Pearson. I would like to thank all the parents, grandparents, siblings, and family friends for coming this evening to help us celebrate our grade 8 graduation, and also for your never-ending support. I think I can speak for everyone when I say I'm going to miss this place. But remember, it's a part of us now. So let's get out there and answer the call of the wild, because even though we are just one small voice, we are a child of the universe. And when I grow up, I will always be proud to have been a Pearson Panther. Thank you.